Greetings, Keishlings. Keish Prime here with another One Punch Man theory video. Today we're talking about Orochi's predecessor. The main idea for this is that evil natural water, we learned a little bit more about it. Apparently in the 113 redraws, it is stated by Master Joe that he is a product of Psychos' experimentation. Now, be it we have no idea really what that is supposed to entail. But I've got a few ideas based on some context clues of like the previous versions and other information that we've gotten about evil natural water and Psychos herself. So, yeah. And we'll kind of detail here a few ideas of how his creation may have come about. But anyway, idea one is the Orochi Method. Sometime before finding Orochi, there was evil natural water, a potential and later failure vying for the title of Monster King. Much like Orochi himself, Psychos was, be trying to make a powerful monster to become the new figurehead of the Monster Association, and then, to gather support of other monsters, to then, destroy the Hero Association, and then make a world for monsters, the goal of the Monster Association. Well, this idea could have played out like she found a human turned monster, or that was monsterfying. Maybe a human that was obsessed with an aquarium, like the actual, like not what you have at your house, but like an actual aquarium, like what's in Chattanooga, for instance. And yeah, just obsessed with that, or maybe fish at a pet store, or their own, personal home aquarium. And then maybe this was even an employee somewhere, at an aquarium, a pet store, or just at the local park loving the fish in the pond. I don't know. And then, like, maybe they got fired from that kind of a job, and then that's what, further drive them into the completion of their transformation. And then from there, she, trained it, augmented it through psychosis, much like she did with, Orochi. She made it, she made him like very, subservient to her, Well, we know that evil natural water is kind of mindless, it seems like. He doesn't really follow any orders, as it's been outright stated that he can't be controlled. So I'm thinking, like, maybe some of her mental machinations might have actually made it mindless and uncontrollable through her experiments. So, yeah, making it just a danger to humans and monsters alike. So, yeah, what worked for Orochi didn't work for evil natural water, potentially, in this, scenario. So, yeah, after losing its mind or whatever, then it had to be contained. And from there, we would then see her seeking out, the next king candidate. That's the first idea. Second idea is the Elixir Method. Okay, some of you may not remember, but during the Tatsumaki Psychos fight, she pulls out an elixir. We don't know exactly what it amounts to. It could be some kind of like extract that she got from other psychics, or, just diluted like mental abilities of monsters or something. Who knows? Maybe some kind of weird protein shake for all we know, and it's just labeled elixir on the bottle. But anyway, so yeah, like, as she was developing this formula, maybe she started testing the potency of the various like former formulas of this elixir. She started testing it on other monsters, aka a weaker version of evil natural water. And then it eventually, it had a stimulating effect on it, making it much more powerful. Maybe it started off as a very small quantity of water, like about the amount that a human body would have if it was a human that transformed. That would explain the human looking eyeballs I mean, I guess all eyeballs are kind of like that, but they do have like the coloration and stuff of a human, so pretty safe to assume. Just not sure about the fish unless the whole aquarium thing works out. But, either way, a weaker evil natural water, he gets powered up, grows immensely more powerful, hence out of control, and that's why they put him in the tank. This is kind of supported by the fact that Evil Natural Water in the redraw is way bigger than he was in the pre-redraw version. Like, he was in like a normal fish tank when, as I like to call him, albino saber, that like white-looking saber-toothed cat-looking monster that like pushed open the tank or pushed over the tank and opened up the safe and all that stuff. Like, that was way smaller than the one we got, which was a massive, almost like aquarium size, like industrial aquarium size tank that he was in the redraw. So that might be a hint. I don't know. Or they just buffed him. These things are possible. So, yeah. So that could be a hint that he was enhanced by Psychos and then, during the creation process. And then also I suspect that Evil Natural Water might have started off as a tiger level threat, given, that we know that the fish that swim in him, at least it was confirmed in the original version of the chapter, that they are tiger level threats. So he possibly started off as that, and then as he gained more power and stuff, maybe while the fish themselves were not, getting any stronger, they became a lot more numerous, as we apparently see in the redraw, because like he had I'd say 10 or so previously. Now he has like a school of them swimming around, and they weren't all taken out by the disciples and Tongara. So yeah, so that might also explain, he went from tiger to then, or why he has tiger, fish monsters swimming around in him, while he himself is a dragon level threat. And then a third idea, this one's not as refined, is simply put the neutral turned evil. This idea is pretty basic, as I state. He's called Evil Natural Water, right? So that means like spring water, groundwater. They're in an underground base, so maybe like somebody was spelunking or something, or water itself just became unnaturally evil or whatever. And then, it was just kind of this inanimate kind of object that gained sentience. It's weird, but One Punch Man has like all these weird possibilities of people gaining powers normally, and it just whatever, One creates these characters for a reason because he can. So yeah. So maybe it was just like a normal like water spring that got tainted in some way, and then Psychos, like while she was experimenting maybe with the elixir, or trying to buff up monsters, or doing her recruitment jobs and all that kind of stuff, this let's say puddle of water found its way into her lab, absorbed some of the chemicals she might have been working with, and then it became evil, gaining like that like malicious intent sensory ability that he has, which is, to be honest, the most interesting concept of him. Other than that, he's just like pure water with eyeballs floating around him, which is the biggest mystery. But so yeah, but that's about it. Is that it was just kind of a random thing that she wasn't necessarily truly involved in, but it was her chemicals or her lab that it got into, and then that's the reason why she is noted as being its creator, essentially. So, or at least to go by the very thin testimony of Master Joe. But also, rest in peace, Master Joe, because it was Albino Saber who also is now gone from the story. until further notice. I really love that thing. I don't know why. We only got like a few panels with him, but I became attached to the point where I named that sucker. So, but I did like Master Joe too. And they both went out the same way. So, but either way, those are just some of my random ideas, you know. Like, let me know what you thought about this theory, or theories, I should say. Any ideas you have about how was evil natural water created? Like, what methods, what experimentation might have been done on him? What did Psychos do to the Puddle Boy? Yeah, let me know all that stuff down below. But anyway, as always, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Links down below for all my social media so you can keep up with my content and have ways to contact me. We're on the road to 400 still, so if you can help out, please do. I stream on Twitch where I do gaming, and I'll tweet it out when I go live. Part of the One Punch Man podcast on Grim Reaper's channel, so go check that out. And as always, thank you for watching, like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, Keishlings, rest in peace, Albino Saber.